Fate's hand does not tremble.
I am sorry.
Each choice has a price. War devours what it feeds. One step, one strike, one vow.
I feel like Odysseus too sometimes, lost in a distant land. Only, unlike him, I don't have a home to want to return to. I have nothing to strive for apart from saving my skin, keeping my friends alive, and maybe living a little bit better than a wild beast. Can someone really be lost if they don't belong anywhere?
What the hell am I doing here? In this miserable place? I'm risking my life. For what exactly?
Why don't you just get it? This world doesn't care how honest you are. It doesn't care how loyal, how kind, or how much you've suffered. It only cares how well you play. You think being real makes you strong? No. Strength is knowing when to hide your hand, when to bend truth, when to become what they never see coming. Men judge more by the eye than by the hand, for everyone sees you, but few touch you. So stop chasing approval, craft perception, control the image, and let them fear what they don't understand. That's how power is kept. With no time to evacuate, numerous people were going to die. But then, a courageous awakened placed himself in the way of nightmare creatures, holding off the entire advancing horde by himself and refusing to give ground until the government forces arrived. Well, some readers might recognize him as the viral dreamscape sensation, Mongrel. Words are worthless. Silence is gold. Don't waste my breath. Stay back. Kill anything that gets past me. Make them bleed.
Have you ever seen a wolf gnaw its paw off to escape a trap, Sunless? Ah, it's a terrible thing to behold. I wouldn't wish such a fate on anyone. Noctis remained silent for a while, and then added in a wistful tone, "Wolves are meant to be free." A sad smile appeared on his face. "Well then, I guess this is a goodbye. Farewell, Sunless. You have been a great friend to me. And I hope that I have been a good friend to you too." He sighed, lingered for a few moments, and then added, "Before we part, however, I must tell you something." Sunny looked at him darkly and asked in a hoarse voice, "What?" Noctis silently shook his head. You really should stop wearing all black. What a terribly drab color. Ah, Sunless, you are better than this." With that, the sorcerer laughed and took a step forward. He hesitated for a second, then locked Sunny in a hug. Because of the difference in their heights, Sunny had to bend down a little. Noctis chuckled, then grew silent for a moment. Then he sighed and whispered, his voice suddenly low and somber. Just 4 words, each carrying immeasurable weight. "Never trust the gods." Then the sorcerer let go of Sunny, smiled one last time, and walked away. Soon, he disappeared from sight. Master Jet, hey, I have a question for you. How cold is it in Antarctica?
The man fought a Titan to a stalemate just yesterday. Actually, I am not even sure that it was a stalemate. All I know is that the devil came back, but the Titan didn't.
So, did you find it? Conviction? Or whatever it was you've been searching for?
Admit it. You lost.
It did not end well. I betrayed my companions and lost them. I want to say that I had a good reason to abandon them. Maybe I did, but in the end it was a selfish reason. I'm a very selfish person, Kai. I'm a very greedy person as well. My selfish greed was my undoing. I once killed a man and took his boots. They were nice boots.
What? You killed someone just for a pair of boots?
Of course not. There were other reasons. I also took his cloak. Almost at the same time as Dire Fang's claws tore through the upper chest and neck of the Shadow Fiend, the whole shell suddenly lost its coherence, starting to dissolve back into the ethereal shadows. And, just below the harrowing cut, the top of Sunny's head was revealed. The dissipating shell was thrown back by the strike, but his own body, freed from its embrace, continued to fly forward like a bullet. Time stood still. Catching the hilt of the Sin of Solace with his own human hand, Sunny used the tremendous augmentation of shadow and flame to fill his muscles with dreadful strength, and drove the tip of his sword into the Saint's bestial eye. You have slain a transcendent human, Dire Fang. Your shadow grows stronger. Sunny remained silent for a bit and then glanced at his friends with a tense expression. There is something I need to tell you. Effie and Kai stared at him with slight surprise written on their faces, while Cassie's eyebrows suddenly flew up. Kai looked at him and smiled. "Oh, what is it?" Sunny sighed, turned away, then faced them and shrugged. It's nothing too serious, well, to tell you the truth, my flaw is that I can't lie. I have a true name, which I received in my first nightmare. My aspect is of the divine rank. I have 3 soul cores, actually shadow cores, which technically makes me a demon. I have already unlocked my aspect's legacy. I inherited the lineage of one of the 7 demons. Oh, and also, how do I say this? I might be Lord Mongrel. Effie looked at him. A divine aspect. What? Do those even exist? 3 soul cores. A demon's lineage. What even is that? And what is next? Are you going to tell us that you have a divine memory or something? Sunny stared. I was born in the Colosseum. Words are worthless. Silence is gold. Don't waste my breath. Human? I am not and have never been a human.
Never lose sight of an Ackerman while in battle. If you do yourself a favor. Turn around and run. Because once they set their sight on you and you can't see them, it's game over. You think you know danger. You've never met anyone like them.
As if to answer his thoughts, a dozen figures suddenly appeared from behind the trees, surrounding him. One of the ambushers took a step forward and smiled. "Sorry, mongrel. No hard feelings, right?" The menacing figure in black armor stared at the young man for a few moments, and then an elusive but strangely familiar voice resounded from beneath the fearsome mask. "None whatsoever." Just a moment later, the ambushers obliged. All kinds of aspect abilities activated at once, turning the small clearing into a furious storm of deadly elements and steel. What happened next could only be described as pure carnage. The black figure pounced on the ambushers, using both his gauntleted fist and his round shield to sow devastation among their ranks. Every move Mongrel made was precise, calculated, and deadly, but also brutal and utterly cruel. He danced among his enemies like a grim reaper, killing them one after another without showing any sign of even knowing what mercy or hesitation were. And when it was all over, the lone black figure was left standing alone amidst the bodies, covered in blood from head to toe. Ascended Morgan seemed to be in a very good mood. Whatever it was that a master of one of the great clans had in her arsenal was bound to be good. The young woman waited for the excited cheers of the crowd to quiet down and looked at him with a curious smile. "Tell me, what do you wish to receive? A weapon?" "Yes, a weapon would be great." Sonny started to smile, but then, suddenly, his eyes widened. Crap, and before he could think of a crafty lie, the flaw forced an answer out of his mouth. "No." "Crap, crap, crap. Curse it." Morgan of Valor tilted her head a little. "A suit of armor, then? Or maybe a powerful charm?" "Yes, yes, both would be good." Sonny gritted his teeth, but the result was inevitable. He had no choice but to answer in a hollow voice. "Neither." The young woman laughed. "Really? Maybe you want to receive an echo, then?" "Oh, no." Mongrel remained silent for several seconds and then answered, "I do not." Sonny was on the verge of shedding bloody tears. How had it all gone so wrong, so fast? Master Morgan studied him for a bit, then leaned on the parapet and asked in an amused voice, "Really? What do you want, then?" Sonny panicked. He obviously wanted to receive one of the rewards she had mentioned, but it was precisely because he did that Weaver's mask would not allow him to say it. He scrambled to salvage the situation and get at least something out of this disaster. Suddenly, a crazy idea appeared in his mind, and then, in front of countless thousands of people, Mongrel said something shocking. "You, Ascended Morgan, I want to duel you."
Wait. You, you don't remember what she looks like. Hey, just make something up.
Sonny's bed trembled slightly, and he felt the wind blowing across the room. Still mostly asleep, he sighed and tried to pull the blanket higher. However, that damned thing was nowhere to be found. Where the hell is it? Reluctant to let go of sleep, he blindly searched for the blanket. Instead of finding it, though, Sonny suddenly felt his whole bed careen to the side. Startled, he opened his eyes and saw nothing but darkness surrounding him. What the? Oh, right. He wasn't in his small room in the sanctuary. He was plummeting into a lightless abyss atop the corpse of a fallen devil instead.
Sonny stared into the darkness for a bit. Then he yawned. Well, at least I slept well. On the third day, Sonny just lay on the lid of the dead mimic and stared into the void. His mind was starting to behave in strange ways. Although there was nothing around him, Sonny could sometimes see strange shapes and silhouettes in the darkness, as well as hear distant noises. On the third day, Sonny just lay on the lid of the dead mimic and stared into the void. His mind was starting to behave in strange ways. Sonny smiled weakly. Why wouldn't it be dark? This is the sky below, after all. But then he froze. What? The voice that asked the question had not come from the ordinary rock. That voice was not his own. Ah, my apologies. I seem to have startled you. Sonny gulped. The pleasant voice seemed to belong to a young man, but no matter how hard he looked into the darkness, he couldn't see anyone or anything nearby. No worries. I just didn't expect to hear another human's voice here. You are a human, right? The void was silent for a while, then answered in a neutral tone. A human? I used to be a human once, I guess.
Oh, of course, Lord Sunless. What is your true name, then? Lost from light, I am. Lost from light.
With no time to evacuate, numerous people were going to die. But then, a courageous awakened placed himself in the way of nightmare creatures, holding off the entire advancing horde by himself and refusing to give ground until the government forces arrived. Well, some readers might recognize him as the viral dreamscape sensation, Mongrel. Words are worthless. Silence is gold. Don't waste my breath. Stay back. Kill anything that gets past me. Make them bleed. I love Nephis. There was a certain vibe to the silver-haired girl. It was sort of as though she was apart from the world. Go, lost from light. After everything he had done for her, Cassie's betrayal, perhaps, had hurt him the most. Curse her. Sonny studied their faces for a few moments, trying to come up with a solid thought. Eventually, he simply whispered, "I'm sorry." Sonny continued to dig, thinking back on the past months. He had not found conviction. But in a sense, he also did. I don't need it. I know what I value, and I know what I want. It might not be much, but it's enough. I am who I am, and who I am is enough. It's plenty. After this, I think I'll tell Neff. Curse it, curse it, curse my flaw, and curse the shadow bond. I wish it had never existed. I feel like Odysseus, too, sometimes, lost in a distant land. Only, unlike him, I don't have a home to want to return to.
I have nothing to strive for apart from saving my skin, keeping my friends alive, and maybe living a little bit better than a wild beast. Can someone really be lost if they don't belong anywhere? Be careful what you wish for. I'm free. As if sensing a gaze, the tattered man suddenly shifted and slowly raised his head. Making Sunny take an involuntary step back, the Mad Prince whispered, "Who dares dream about me? Ah, it's you, murderer. How about it, murderer? Come closer. I'll tell you a secret. You deserve that much. Where are you going, murderer? Don't you want to learn a secret?"
A dream. I saw a dream. A dream that wouldn't end. Over and over again, I repeated and corrected every mistake. But before I knew it, I lost count. I died. Over 100 million times. And yet there was still a place I wanted to reach. A wish I wanted to protect. No matter what, I had to save everyone. I am free.
Identify yourself.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the